Right.
And finally she was like, quit bringing me this finished American Whiskey Bull Run stuff, So it's a big running joke. She yelled at me. But
Hello, and welcome everyone to episode 267 of The Mashup, the best bourbon conversation you are going to hear all week long. We're hosts, Lenny, Kenny, and Steven.
And Anthony.
Oh, and Anthony.
You try to leave me out.
I'm sorry.
I can't even,
It's Lenny's fault.
Just so you guys know, Steven still hasn't had a haircut. And I'm actually enjoying that very much.
Fro Nation.
Yeah. How long is the longest you've let your hair grow? And I know Kenny doesn't want to partake in this conversation because of,
I think it was.
I had an 11-inch rat tail when I was in 6th grade.
Oh,
bro, you did. You're right.
But I had really long hair up until 9th grade.
That's true. I'm just having fun. I'm sorry.
That's a lot of party in the back, Kenny.
There you go. There you go.
I think freshman year I let it grow out into some sort of afro, but it just curled up.
Oh, yeah?
And just stayed in one spot.
Oh.
Didn't really come down.
Do you want to make a pact tonight that we're both going to let our hair grow out?
No, I want to get cut.
Speaking of afro.
Wait, I've already made a pact with Kenny.
Speaking of afro.
What is this? Oh, man.
Speaking of afro.
Oh, my God. Okay.
All right, so listeners need to know.
All right.
That we have a pick coming out with New Era whiskey.
All right. Yeah, that's good. Talk about this a little bit because I know we've tried all the samples.
Multiple samples. I did the pick by myself.
Right.
But then that night, I took it over to your house.
That's true. You did.
And I blinded you with them.
Uh-huh.
And we both picked identical.
Correct.
So that's good.
That is good.
And then the next time we recorded, I poured you and Steven both the number one winner. And both of y'all enjoyed it a lot.
Right.
So it's good. It's fine.
Yeah, Kenny has surprises up his sleeve all the time, and I think I was sitting in my house. I don't know. I was probably eating corn chips or something, watching TV at like 10:30 at night. He's like, "I'm coming over with samples." Like, what? I'm like, what are you doing? And so, yes, this is how this pick came about, and I do think that our listening audience will be delighted with it. What is it? What are the specs on it again?
It is an 8 and some change year rye from Bardstown Bourbon Company. That's a very unique mash bill.
Okay.
Of like 60, 30, 10, something. I forgot. I'll have to look and see again.
Something fun-loving.
But I tasted like 14 or 15 barrels.
Yes.
And that was the winner.
I could tell.
So then I brought them. I brought
That's a lot.
But I brought the top 5 over to your place.
Okay.
And you tried them. You picked the same as me, so that's good.
Very good.
Okay.
But what the listeners really want to see.
Oh, no. And now here's where Steven
designed.
and Kenny can gang up on me because this is BS.
I have designed the label.
Oh.
I have designed the sticker and the label for it. It is in print. Anthony has not seen it.
Oh.
And it is going to be amazing.
It's amazing.
Dude.
So I've taken my hat off now. I'm itching my head. I'm very nervous. And I'm just so... we're between
so
recording
good.
tonight, and basically Kenny shows Steven. Steven's laughing hysterically. And I'm like, I got to see this. Even Ryan Lentz with River Roots has somehow seen this, and I've not seen it yet. Did he respond to you or not?
Oh, yeah.
What did he say?
He loves it. He said his word was literally amazing.
Okay.
And then he said, "I'm disappointed we can't use this for a River Roots label." Ha, ha.
Okay. All right. There you go.
And then I said, "Don't worry, I have plenty more."
Oh my gosh.
So speaking of that, we'll have a River Roots pick coming out soon in the next probably 3 to 4 months as well. So a few picks coming out. We are going to have a lot of picks coming out, but just know this: I am ultra picky.
Right.
It's true.
Like very picky.
It's true.
In unison.
You will not be getting just picks just for picks.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm too picky sometimes, but it'll either be flat out amazing or it will be like great, especially for the money kind of thing. But just trust me on that. I don't pick just to pick.
To our own detriment, we pretty much are like, if we don't like it, or if we don't think it's exceptional, you're probably not going to have a chance to get it because we're never going to pick it. So,
well, and that's the thing, like
never going to pick it. Never going to pick it.
never going to pick it. I mean, that's the thing. Don't get me wrong. getting ready. I'm close. I know y'all keep hearing it, and you're like, I'm probably sick of hearing it, but I've got like 98% of Patreon lined out. We'll have some merchandise coming out.
OnlyFans.
Only feet OnlyFans.
Wait, instead of only, we should call it only bottles.
Only bottles.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong. Like, it would be great to have some whiskey income coming in,
Right.
to help offset the price of the bottles that we open.
Right.
But the difference with us truly is we do not rely on any kind of whiskey income for what we do.
Right.
So we are ultra, not just honest, but unbiased.
Correct.
I think we covered that on the last episode where a lot of whiskey tubers, they're honest, don't get me wrong, but they're still biased because how they do stuff. So we are very unbiased to a fault sometimes. But
Yeah.
should I show him the picture that inspired the label, or just leave it, just not even show him that?
It's up to you.
What do you think?
Oh man, I don't know if I can deal with this right
the reaction on the radio could be good.
You get a 1 second glimpse.
now. Oh no! Are you kidding me? You use that on a label?
I didn't say that. That's just inspired the label.
Man.
Inspired.
That's inspired the label.
Well, all I can tell our listening audience is
Get ready.
That picture is actually during COVID, I believe, isn't it?
Get ready.
That's a COVID picture.
I save everything.
Yeah. So during COVID, I refused to cut my hair, and
I don't know if refuse is the right word.
well, yeah, I didn't want to go to a salon because I didn't want to die according to the CDC guidance or whatever was going to happen to me. Don't say anything,
Don't
Kenny.
get political
Don't
because
you
it's
know
all
I
fake
did,
and
I did
lies,
not.
but you're
I
opening
did
this
not.
door.
So I was. Here. I was practicing social distancing to the point where I felt if I'm not leaving my house, I don't really need to get a haircut.
There you go.
And that's kind of what happened. And when my hair grows up, it doesn't. I mean, now I've had hair because I had a hat on all day, but my hair grows up, and I have a pretty serious fro when I let my hair grow. So I'm very proud of the fact that I have a nice head of hair. But this was like the picture you just showed was massive afro.
was
Massive.
afro.
Oh,
It's
massive. Yeah. Very big
23andMe
afro.
would say you are from a different continent. Yes.
Well, anyway, so God, I can only imagine now what you've done with that. Man.
Oh, get ready, bro.
Jeez.
You're going to love it.
Steven?
Steven, it was good, right?
They're good.
Okay. All right.
Tasteful.
Tasteful?
It was tasteful.
Tasteful.
Ryan
Okay,
Lynn's
good.
exact words were amazing. So get ready.
See? All this stuff.
Well, if Bourbon Buddy said it, it's got to be good. So
Dude, I love Ron. He's funny.
he's funny.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, random thought, but I really wish the Cleveland Guardians are playing a little bit better than they are right now, those jerks. But anyway, so there'll be a mystery label, mystery bottle, but if we have
mystery to you, bro.
if
Not
we
to
have
me.
mystery to everybody but me, if you want Kenny, blow up Kenny's DMs, he'll send you the label. No, I'm just kidding.
I might just
They
post
might
it.
do it.
I might post it and just block you from seeing it.
And then once he sends you that
Especially
label,
late night. Do it late night.
Send it to me. Yeah. Send it to me so I can see what it is. One of our listening audience members has to share it with me, right?
No,
If you send it along.
they wouldn't do
They
that.
wouldn't do it. Well, so be on the lookout for that. Delivering you another great barrel pick very soon. Do you know the estimated delivery of that?
We are well, this will be out. What is today? Where's my calendar? Here we go. It'll be probably about 30 to 40 days from when you hear this. And it'll be available on Bourbon Outfitter.
Okay.
But we have a lot of emails that we will be sending. We will have a lot of email addresses. We'll be sending out emails to people. And might have Patreon, but going by them, not sure yet.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do we have any reviews?
Yes, we do have reviews. So this review is a 5-star recommend review from Facebook. And so one of our dedicated listeners, who I don't actually know their name because their Facebook, I don't think their Facebook is their real name, but it could be. It's Pooh Bear.
That's real.
Doesn't seem like it's real. But this listener always is commenting on Facebook posts, is very engaged, and we appreciate that very much. So his review was my favorite bourbon podcast. The guys are super entertaining, and they're honest on their reviews, and I can relate to their palate. And so collectively relating to our palate, and we appreciate that review on Facebook. For those of you guys who don't know that follow us on Facebook, we actually have a star and recommend rating. And so if you don't want to leave a Apple Podcasts or Spotify review, you can always leave one on Facebook, and we really appreciate Pooh Bear doing that. Do you know who that
Winnie
is?
the Pooh Bear.
Winnie the Pooh. Do you know who that is, Kenny, though? Do you know that person?
I don't think so.
He's engaged with us quite a bit on Facebook, and we appreciate that.
And if you'd like a review, just leave us a review on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. YouTubes.
How'd you forget about the YouTubes?
I almost forgot.
Hit that like, subscribe, mash that button. Smash it, mash it up.
Smash it up.
Flip it, rub it down.
What song is that? Yeah, oh no, what is that? What song is that? I just lost my train of thought there.
Dude, I'm good for a few lines here and there. I don't know anything
Back
else.
it up, flip it up, rub it down. Oh no. Oh God, I can't remember what song that is. So I have to
Bobby
Google
Brown?
It. Is it Bobby Brown? That's not Bobby Brown. Oh, that's Belle Biv DeVoe, Poison.
Belle Biv DeVoe,
Poison.
Poison.
There you go. Yeah. Took me a second.
Poison.
Bobby Brown. That's what jogged my weird brain. Sorry.
All right. For this week, we have a lavender bottle, lavender label.
Lavendaris.
We have a bottle of Bull Run American whiskey, but it's finished in Oregon Pinot Noir cask.
Oh, yes, Pinot Noir.
I misspelled noir.
Noir.
I just saw that.
Yeah, it says Noir.
Noir. Pinot Noir.
So, everyone, this bottle comes to us from the Bull Run Distilling Company there in Oregon. Is that how you say it, Oregon, or is it Oregon?
Oregon.
Oregon? Okay, great. The bottle date is 2025. The ABV is 61.67. Proof is 123.34. The age, holy wow, 17-year plus 24 months finish in Pinot.
I found out it's 17-year counting the 24 months.
17 counting 24. Okay.
Yep, I just found that out after I made the note.
The mash bill is 99% corn and 1% malted barley. So that is what, light whiskey?
MGP, American whiskey.
Oh, man. Wait, the MSRP on this is only $69.
$69
to $79.
I've seen some of $79. That's it.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah, so right into the bottle design. We've seen this before.
I mean, yeah, it's the de facto, el facto.
Yeah.
Nel facto.
El facto.
It's the Stag Junior.
It
or
looks exactly like a Stag Junior.
Stag
Yep.
Junior.
Or any other Bull Run.
That's true. Bull Run does tend to be in that
I've
bottle.
got probably 8 Bull Runs over there. 9 Bull Runs.
They've not changed their bottle, right? Mm-hmm. And they've not really changed their label very much, except for making
That one's a
special
different
colors.
color, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, you got to respect the fact that they started. I mean, they're not young in the game, right? They've started years ago.
2010.
They've been there for a long time out on the West Coast.
15 years now.
Doing their thing. And so that's actually pretty cool. Yeah.
I didn't say, but this pick is for a Rock Elite pick. So the Rochester Elite barrel picking group, whatever I'm in.
Do you think the Rochester Elite barrel picking group is going to come support us when we're festival bound in the summer?
I need to ask him if he's going to go to that or not. That's true.
Yeah, we'll announce that in the next episode and tell you about what we're up to this summer here in August. But we're going to be...
Was that a nasty hint?
Yeah, there's a hint.
We'll be traveling up to New York in August.
We'll be in New York.
That's a small hint.
Hey, we're
Mr.
in New
Obvious
York.
over there.
We'll be in New York in August for a festival we'll tell you about soon, but it's called a
Hedonism. Is that what it's called?
Hoochie
Oh, Hoochie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
I knew it was something with an
Hoochie
H.
Whiskey and Music Festival will be taking place in Rochester, New York, and we'll be there very soon. So you brought up Rock Elite. It made me think about that.
Yep.
The fact that we've not talked about that on the podcast yet. So now we have. The cat's out of the bag.
Well, we were going back and forth on,
Yeah.
whether we were going to do it or not, or how it was going to work out.
Right.
We had to make sure that they gave us our 17 cents a day.
That's right. That's right.
To go up there.
Yeah, it's going to be a highly paid thing. But no, in classic mashup fashion, we had to make sure that things worked. But for us, working was the fact that we will get a chance to let a lot of people know about who we are and what we're doing. And in exchange...
Who we are.
Who?
So we tell them.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We are the
Titans.
mighty
Titans.
Very good.
Steven's like, y'all
Steven's eyes.
It's not like you guys are
But
drinking.
no,
my brain's like a pinball machine, dude.
Yeah. There'll be more on that in the future. We'll talk about it in future episodes, and we'll probably have some kind of regular promotional thing going on too for it in the future. But we're incredibly excited about that opportunity. There'll be a lot of brands there, a lot of diverse music acts, and we'll be up there hanging out, drinking some whiskey, talking to some brands, having a good time.
Hopefully meeting some fans.
Yeah, meeting some fans too. That's the thing. Once we start talking about it, if we got people in New York, we're not want to see you over there. So,
Yeah.
absolutely. So going to Bull Run here. We talked about the bottle, but what else? What do you want to talk about?
Man, so Bull Run for me.
yeah.
So like I said, everybody, if you listen to the older episodes, I started buying some bourbon in 2019,
Right.
fall 2019. Was pouring stuff for my wife and my youngest son. They were tasting stuff. I started blinding them naturally. Blinding just came normal to me.
He was an addict in 2020. Sorry.
And I took my first sip in January 2020, right?
Yeah.
Well, Bull Run was my first kind of jump into the non-legacy, non-tater stuff.
Right.
So Bull Run actually holds kind of a little special place in my heart because now Joseph Granville on Facebook.
Granville?
You know him, right?
Yeah.
You would, yep. So good buddy Granville. He introduced me to a couple Bull Runs from some groups out of Florida.
Yeah. I just finished that bottle, by the way, and I'm very sad that it's gone.
That is still the GOAT, though.
That's amazing.
That is the
bottle.
GOAT. It was a 17-year, finished for 13 months.
Right.
And it was just flat out amazing. Truly is the GOAT. That made me chase like 10 to 15 other Bull Runs over there trying to find something that one. And I found a few that are great, just different. Then I found a few that were just like, yeah, okay, they're not bad, but they're just not worth, the $100, $110 secondary.
Right.
They're like worth the $70,
Right.
So it kind of holds a special place in my heart. So 2020, I am going down to J-Hob, sipping stuff, hanging out with him a little bit, started meeting those guys, and Caroline that works down there, found out she was a big MGP fan.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I'm brand new to bourbon.
Right.
I know nothing about bourbon. I know nothing about whiskey at all whatsoever. So I'm like, oh, MGP.
What role does corn play in making bourbon? I do not know.
This Bull Run is MGP.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, it's American whiskey, not bourbon.
Right.
Finishing Pinot. So I took down like some stuff and like each week I would take down like a little different, like a different Bull Run.
Right.
And finally she was like, quit bringing me this finished American whiskey Bull Run stuff, So it's a big running joke. She yelled at me. But
You got yelled at back
yeah. But this was my first big venture off of like traditional tater stuff.
Okay.
You're chasing Blanton's, you're chasing, Eagle Rare, you're chasing whatever. And off of legacy. So
Right.
And you had that one. Even Walmsley, man, fell in love with it once I gave it to him.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a 17-year finish on 13 months American in a Pinot American whiskey. It was flat awesome. This though is like 5 shades darker.
Okay.
Look at the juice in that, dude.
And that's
insane.
So this is a rock pick. It's 17 in total, so it's about 15 in 2 years in a Pinot.
So 15-year plus 2 years extra in Pinot, 17 years total.
Very good.
Look how dark.
That's very dark. No, I was just gonna say, like with Bull Run, like I remember when it started to hit the market, and I may have only had one that I didn't like. I don't want to go into detail about who picked that and where it came from, because
Happy hour.
well, geez, Kenny, come on, man.
He's not even into whiskey. I
don't know if he might not still be in there anymore. But
I do like Aaron. Aaron's actually cool.
Yeah, Aaron's cool.
That was not a good pick.
Yeah, I did pick up one of those, and it was so hot. I think I'm
rude, dog. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I'm just rude.
Oh no, it's all right. It's all good. But yeah, so for me, the Bull Run that hit was the ones I tasted over here, not the ones I tasted that were kind of following the trend. So I'm really, really interested to see, because it's far enough away from the time where there would have been the heyday, to see where they're at right now.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. I double blinded one of our really good friends with this.
Okay.
He was thinking something from the 70s.
What?
I'm telling you. So double blinded him, and he thought it was great.
Okay.
Now, something we did not talk about in our bottle description and pours, there's also a second Bull Run sitting over there. Do you see that?
Yes.
I
What is
see it.
that? What is that?
So,
what the heck is that, Ed Bassmaster?
now what does that say? Stephen, what is that? 15-year? Can you read that?
That is
Oh, my gosh.
Goodness gracious. Is that Pee Wee Herman?
Ed Bassmaster.
That does not sound like him.
Does it?
Would you look at that?
Whoa.
That's what sounds like him.
This is a Bull Run American whiskey finished in sherry barrels it's aged 15 years.
And how long's the finishing?
22 months.
All right. So it's a total of 15 years, but 22 months in sherry.
Nice.
This was from Shawn.
Oh, Shawn Camas? Camas Whiskey Shawn?
Camas Whiskey Shawn.
Oh, nice.
Sent the bottle to us, man. So shout out Camas Whiskey. Shout out Shawn.
Man,
Really, really, really appreciate that.
Amazing. Yeah.
So I poured both of these.
He's one of our OG supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got both poured right here. Did you guys pour both?
I'm going to pour some. Yeah. I'll pour some right now. Here, hold on 1 second. Give me that. Ooh, nice. Oh, yeah. All right. Interlude's over.
Like I'm in a horror movie.
Horror movie or horror movie?
Horror.
All right. So we just talked about Camas. We just poured it.
All right.
Said, thank you, Shawn.
I guess I'm going to go for the bottle we're reviewing first.
Okay.
I'll do the Camas 1 second.
So I have a question for you. With the Rock Elite pick, are you part of Rock Elite?
Yes.
So you got this from them. They didn't send it to us and say, like, we want to know what you think. Did you get a chance to pick this or not?
No.
Okay.
Jeff March picked it. Jeff does all the Rock Elite picks.
Okay.
Some are flat out awesome. Some I'm kind of like, on. But overall, most Rock Elite picks, honestly, have been really good. And based on some other pick groups I've been in the past, he is very fair on his pricing.
Okay, very cool.
So I do get a lot of their picks, fortunately.
And I don't know who he is. I've seen his name around and stuff like that, but I would say that like he's probably bordering on like some of the OG bourbon people. And in my experience, a lot of the OG bourbon people are folks that like actually when they have a pick group care more about having a pick group and having people taste good whiskey than like throwing massive amounts of stuff out there just to make a profit.
I'm still kind of, I really don't know the answer to that.
Okay, all right. I just throwing out there.
But I definitely know the prices are better than a lot of the groups I am in or was in as well. So,
okay, cool.
Should we go for our first nosing?
I think so.
Ready to do it.
No, it has a great nosing. But right off the back, when I'm swirling it, remember when we did the Tommy Moe episode?
Yep.
And we did it in the Cabernet finish?
Yep.
And remember when you swirled it, you could see the red wine on the edges as you swirled it?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm not getting it from this. Yeah. So I don't know if that meant that was finished longer.
It may have been. I think those are up to 3 year finish.
Okay. Or just the wine difference, because that was a cab.
This is Pinot.
Right, and this is Pinot.
And I think they've discontinued that line. I think 1792 just cut that line.
Because it wasn't good.
Wait, which line?
The Thomas Moore.
Yeah.
No,
they're done. They're still,
there's no Thomas Moores.
If they're on the shelf, they're because of their original.
These are original releases.
Yeah.
There's no new Thomas Moores.
Yeah, Thomas Moore is cut out.
I think they're on their third batch, aren't they?
No. We only have one batch.
They're cutting it out. Thomas Moore now is actually, I think it's discontinued because 1792 has a brand new cognac cask finish coming out that I've seen posted in some of the groups.
Well, I've seen that too, but I've seen a Total Wine a couple of times I've been there. They have like a new line. Last time I went,
I've only ever seen the original release, and they had 3 releases on the original. That's all I've ever seen from them.
3 releases, not 3 bottles.
No, they had 3 bottles, 3 different bottles, all at the very first batch, 1 release. That's it. That's
I've seen more. I've seen more than that.
Let's see. We're gonna actually Google in real time here. We're gonna leave this right in.
We are facts optional.
That's right. I think this is important since we're tasting Pinot Noir. So
what
joke? Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir?
Yeah, so wait. So this is actually kind of funny. In my Greek household, when you say Pinot Noir is drink water in Greek, right? So I jokingly yell Pinot Noir at my kids all the time because they don't drink enough water, but I'm actually like trending toward just calling it Pinot Noir. So here's a Reddit thread that says, did Sazerac silently kill off Thomas S. Moore just after one set of releases? And
there was 2 releases. I'm looking at it.
It says there's no reference to Thomas S. Moore and Barton on 1792 websites. Plenty of it sitting on the shelves. This Reddit thread is from 3 years ago, though. And it says, let's see.
According to AI, initial release was late 2020.
Yeah.
They had a Cab Sauv, a Port, and a Chardonnay.
Mm-hmm.
Second release was 2022. Cognac, Madeira, Sherry, and Merlot.
That was 4 bottles.
So it's been 3 years since they released anything.
There you go.
Okay.
Tommy Moe might effectively be cooked.
But Tommy Moe wasn't no goat either. It wasn't.
Look how much has changed in the time we've been doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Tommy Moe. I
come and go.
I like that whiskey. That whiskey, though, was actually pretty good.
And
I didn't think it was good. Not for $100 retail.
The retail
$70.
prices. Yeah, the retail prices
they were
out of
$99.
whack. They were too high for what they were at the time.
I still have that port that's unopened.
You do?
Yeah.
I might have one too. I have a Chardonnay, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You like that one.
Yeah. I think, yeah. So there you go. So
I heard
here
you
we are.
Chardonnay a lot.
Oh, I'm white girl wasted all the time. I need to stop myself here.
I get like grapey, prune raisin, grape, dark, dank.
Well, you know, it's funny when you said that this fooled somebody and they thought it was a 1970s whiskey. It does kind of like give off a little bit, like very slight on the nose, like Armagnac vibe, like, you know, slightly. So I could see how someone would have thought this was older.
I can see that.
Yeah. So is Bull Run exclusively just doing like really extended wine finishes because they're out on the West Coast and the wine barrels are probably more abundant out there?
I'm glad you asked.
Oh,
Here's what they offer.
Okay, here we go.
They have got an Oregon single malt.
Okay, that sounds
They have got a
terrible.
vodka.
Okay, vodka sounds terrible.
They've got
too.
a Starka.
What's a Starka?
Starka is vodka aged in Pinot barrels.
What?
That thing?
That's what they call it.
My
Okay.
mind's blown right now. Like, whoa.
They have American whiskey,
Okay.
just regular. Then they have American whiskey finished in different casks. They also have straight bourbon whiskey, and they have a rye. They have a maple whiskey. And this next one, man, I'm gonna butcher this. Regnig Dog Aquavats.
What?
No idea.
What?
What the hell is that?
Regnig and DAG Aquavat. It's a digestive. You know, how people like drink stuff after
yeah,
they
yeah.
yeah. So it could. I'm totally butchered that, but I have no problem saying that. I don't care.
You got that, Steven? It's
No, I'm
notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that what that means?
I'm just, no.
So they have
no,
a lot
I'm
of other stuff
looking at
besides the finished stuff.
it. Yeah. Maple whiskey, though. Maple whiskey. They can have some casks from Canada. I'm not. You know what's funny? I can just say this candidly right now. I have never had a maple finish whiskey that I like. Have I? Has that ever happened on the podcast?
I think the only one you might like a little bit was that Knob Creek Maple,
Yeah, that was the only one. Knob Creek maple.
and it was still
okay.
too sweet though. It
Yeah.
was still way
Still
too sweet
way
by
too
itself.
sweet.
Such a sweet thing.
Way too sweet.
RD1's maple, not a fan. Other maple ones I've had, I'm just not like a lot of people are like, oh, whiskey and maple syrup are a great match. Like even
Yeah.
going all the way back to Boom Boom Mancini, boxer from Northeast Ohio, knocked out and killed Dooku Kim, rest in peace. They had a maple finished bourbon that was a 2-year-old bourbon finished in like maple syrup extended. I have a bottle of that autographed by Boom Boom Mancini, and it's literally separating in the bottle. The
Really?
maple.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And here's
Pour it
the
over your
thing.
pancakes.
Yeah. So I'm just not a fan of that. Anyway, I wasn't trying to just usurp and take over the episode talking about this, but it was like one of those deals where, yeah, Bull Run. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you tasting this now?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Here we go.
That is Armagnac prune raisin, bro.
Oh my god! I was
That's
actually going to
crazy.
say like a freaking ripe plum.
That's
Like
crazy.
Like my goodness,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
that's got a really heavy like influence from the wine barrel. Like
Totally.
massively heavy influence.
First sip, I was almost thinking, am I drinking wine?
Right.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel! Like that's a high proof, right?
123-ish.
It's more than wine.
123.34, 24 months. My goodness.
Look how dark it is, though.
It's dark. Is there any of these left? Probably not.
No.
Okay.
I bought 4.
Okay.
I got one to a buddy already.
Yeah.
You weren't high enough on the buddy list to get one. So I've
I only get made fun of on stickers. No. Hey, got this really
Not
nice
even a chance to buy.
17-year Pinot cask finish. I know Anthony likes that, but I can't hit him up.
You know what's funny is Pinot's actually, I always think of it as like a semi-dry wine,
Yeah, absolutely.
and it's coming through on the sip.
right.
It's a little semi-dry.
It's a semi-dry, but here's the thing.
don't cry, dry your eye.
And here comes my friend with his 2 little guys.
Boom, baby. That's right.
But no, honest to God, this is very good. I like it a lot. And when you drink certain types of red blend wine, which occasionally I still have a bottle of wine with my wife, and sometimes we gravitate toward Pinot Noir, and it's a very robust, like plum flavor.
Yeah.
And this has really captured that. So I don't know what the cask were that they used here. I wouldn't even pretend to know, but it's really nice flavor.
Yeah.
So they use their Oregon wine cask out there. That's why they do so much finishing.
Own a
out
winery
there.
or not?
Yeah, I mean, there are tons of wine out there.
Okay.
But wait, are you saying Bull Run owns wine company, or are you saying it's getting the Oregon wine?
Oregon wine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oregon wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So locally
sourced.
Right.
sourcing. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I mean, obviously the West Coast has a huge influence in American wine. So yeah. It's like the perfect marriage of the two. I like it a lot. I actually just poured a tiny bit more. I did a short pour when I first had it, so I had a little more here.
Dude, it's
good.
It's good.
It like mutes the bourbon.
Right. What it mutes is our listeners will know this.
And it mutes the proof too.
Yeah. If you have an American whiskey,
Dude, that's a good way of putting it. Both of that.
yeah. A 99.1 American whiskey or any American whiskey that you have, whatever the designation is in the mash bill, it can sometimes have like a campfire harshness to the palate where you drink it and you're like, okay, I get all the things that I like, but it's a little harsh. Some people love that bite. People love Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 3, 141 proof or 138 proof or whatever it is. Isn't it Batch 3?
It's not. It isn't hazmat.
No, it's 130. something.
Batch 4 is like 138.6.
That's Batch 4 I'm thinking of. Okay, so one of those in there. That is like an adventure.
139.4, I'm sorry.
Okay. Don't typically have. But once you take that base whiskey and put wine in it, like, man. So I just think, like, Steven, you couldn't have said it better, man. Like, it just mutes everything out. And it makes it.
And not in a bad way.
No, not in a bad way, because you still got, like, the fire there.
And I'm amazed it picked up the semi-dry.
Yeah.
From what I kind of know in my head as Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
139.6 proof.
You got
God,
you
could it
pulled
be
out?
any closer?
You will pull it
I said
out.
0.4. The 0.4 got me because the stupid Woodford 0.4 crap.
Okay. And I was saying Batch 3, but I
139.6.
meant Batch. This is it right here?
That's it. That was the whiskey of the year for 2020 for us.
Oh, wow. So Kenny has pulled out the Old Carter American whiskey. So you can taste what the base of this might be, right? Not really. I mean, it could be, but still. I'm having a tiny bit.
That's close, I guess. It could be.
I'm just saying, like, I haven't tasted even the Camas one yet, but I always gravitate and know that American whiskey is something now that I can pick up on my palate, usually.
This was freaking fire. Well, all right, so last year,
Yeah.
the old Louisville pick, the finished second place.
Right.
That's American whiskey pick.
That's true. That was
Yeah.
a hazmat, though.
Hazmat. 148-ish proof.
That Who Rhino picked, right?
Who, Rhino? And Kenny Mills, even though I was there, we
And
picked
Kenny
it
was
together.
there. There
Thank
you
you
go.
very much.
Okay. I'm glad that you pulled this out, Kenny, because this base will, like, okay, for me, I get it. It makes perfect sense to me. Steven, I saw you kind of going 13 different ways to sideways.
No,
when you
the
sipped that.
ethanol went through my nose.
Yes. So wait a minute. That's the thing. On an American whiskey that is high proof, like this is, it's fusel, right? It like just takes over. But when you soften it with a cask finish like this, I mean,
Okay, I see what you did.
I can't wait to taste the Camas one because I feel like the Camas one is going to be like a very good balance between what we just tasted with the Old Carter Batch 4, which I've polished one of those bottles off. I called it Batch 3 mistakenly, but I've polished off a Batch 4 Old Carter.
But this 17-year bull run tonight,
Yeah.
like Steven said, that Pinot mashed the proof as well. It tastes like it's 80 proof.
Yeah, I mean
It's
it's a high proof.
It tastes like an Armagnac.
Gorgeous
It's not quite as
representation.
old. It tastes like a not quite as like prune raisiny, more grapey
Yeah.
or something. It's legit, man. I'm glad I got a few of those.
So wait a minute now. Are we going to move to the Camas one now? Have you either you tried it?
I haven't tried it Camas yet, but let's try it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's do it.
Shout out to, oh, you know what? I forgot.
What's that? Can you tell me?
We got to do it.
What's that?
Shawn gave us a blind when he sent this. He sent a blind in.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny.
So we got to pull out. We got to do a blind tonight too. This is a double blind tonight.
Ray Ray.
Oh, Ray.
That's right, Ray.
Ray, bro.
Hang on. Shawn sent a letter.
Uh-oh.
He said, "Thank you and the mashup team for the laughs, guidance, and Jack."
What's that? Assery.
I don't cuss. If I cuss, somebody's going to get punched.
There you go.
That only your show provides. Much love from me and the other members of the Camas Whiskey Club. As promised from so long ago, Here's the Bull Run Sherry finish pick that one of our members was part of.
Wow.
Please accept this in lieu of a Patreon contribution.
Wow.
Not in lieu, bro. Patreon's coming. Get ready. Though he said, though I'll be part of that too once you get that up. Details for the blinds are below. No need to try it on the show, but of course we're going to. But I would genuinely appreciate your thoughts on this one. And it says blinds info below, and it's taped up.
It's
So-
showing.
Okay.
So
Very
no
good.
cheating.
So
So
we
you
will
just put the one blind, right?
We'll do the
Was it
blinds in a
more?
minute, not now
Okay.
though.
Is it more than one blind?
Oh, just one blind.
Okay.
Just one.
We said blinds. I was
You
like,
said polarize that.
dang. So you ready to taste the
Let's taste this. This
The sherry.
sherry.
sherry finish?
I don't know wine much. I know that the Madeira finished.
Oh, you wine plenty.
Madeira
Madeira.
is more like that matchstick sulfur to me.
Yeah.
But what is sherry finished?
Sherry's, I think, a cooking wine mostly, isn't it?
Is that a dessert wine?
I think it's a dessert wine or a cooking wine.
wine.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know what? Some people like a little. I like a lot.
Of sherry?
That's a Gremlins reference
Oh.
to cooking wine. Yeah. Yeah. 1980s they're calling.
The sherry's got that sulfur.
It does
Sulfur.
a little bit of sulfur, but here's the thing: you can taste a little bit more of the American whiskey too.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, American whiskey bite comes through a little bit more.
Steven hit the nail on the head. That on our main bottle for the episode tonight.
Right.
That wine masked the whiskey and it masked the proof.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah. Absolutely. Here's the thing, though: I do not dislike the canvas pick because it still gives you like a little softening, and it gives you a little different taste, and it showcases the American whiskey a little bit more than you get in the other ones. Like if you go back and taste the old Carter, I mean, you get something extra from the canvas pick.
Was that a Camas? I don't think he said it was a Camas pick.
It may not
though,
have been a
right?
canvas
It
pick.
was
One of
his-
their members was with
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Sorry.
All right. So for me, not being a wine guy,
Right.
Right.
the sherry one is not for me
Okay.
because it is the wine. Now I went to Napa for like appliance training, and we went toured like some of the premium wineries out there, and I've drank a few wine. Wine's just not my jam,
Okay.
and this has got that sulfury wine that I'm not. That's not for me. Other people that love it, dude. That like if you're into wine, you would probably like this pick a lot.
Anthony, you drink wine, so you tell me. When people start drinking wine, they
Right.
drink cool, Chardonnays, whites, sweet,
Right.
and then we eventually graduate
That's correct.
to red,
Right.
room temperature, or slightly chilled.
Right. Damn, Steven.
From there,
Sommelier over here.
you kind of go from the sweet
It's the hair.
There you go.
to what I perceive to be you want to move to the dry.
Right.
I don't get to the dry yet. All the years, I still like a sweet to a not sweet,
Yeah.
but to a semi-dry red. That's kind of like my sweet spot that I like. So this sherry is very dry,
I agree. Yeah.
and because of that, I can see why. I don't like it that much, but I can see why Kenny doesn't really like it because it has that tongue. It's really drying out your
The
tongue.
drying and the sulfury.
Right.
Well, you know what's funny? Like when I say that I think it elevates it slightly, the American whiskey, it's a different kind of a thing. And what happens is you get a moment of sweetness that's really nice, and then it dissipates into the dryness that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah, that you know what's funny, man? You expertly dissected that. We just went to the Biltmore.
Love that place.
Yeah. And they have the wine stuff there,
They have good wine.
They have good wine.
I may have gotten hammered there.
Right. So here's the thing with Biltmore. A lot of their wines are very dry. When I was there, a lot of dry wines.
Did you buy wine while you were there?
We did.
The
About-
estate products that you can only buy there?
I think one of them was that
Yeah.
we bought, but I'm just saying, like, that's what's interesting about that when you're talking about it is I feel like the pairing's slightly off with this one, like with the whiskey, but I still feel like it adds something. And I'm likening it to the Biltmore experience because that's most of the stuff I tasted at Biltmore was not in the realm of what you're saying and what you like. Yeah. So good job.
I mean, they had some good wines there.
Yes.
I remember coming home with a case of it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Way back when.
Yeah, you know it's funny. Like I feel like when they started, they probably had better wine.
Oh, really?
Now?
I haven't been there
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a long time.
So I think there was 8 in the flight, and there was 3 we really liked. So
I'm sure. Yeah.
yeah, it was more that we didn't like than we did. So I'm not knocking on Biltmore. I'm just saying, like anything else, like who knows who's in charge of that, what they're doing, where they're sourcing stuff from. But like, I wouldn't even be talking about it if it weren't for Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir.
That 17-year is dangerous.
It is.
Yeah.
You do not. It tastes like it's 80 proof, 70 proof.
Yeah. And it's like 50 proof more.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So before we do pass try by on that, we have a blind from Shawn.
I have one clean glass for that blind.
Me too.
That
All
was
right,
good.
here we go.
Look at the nice sample bottle they gave us too.
Sure it's regular.
That's why I'm holding on to it. Anthony does not get this glass.
Ooh.
Oh, it's amber color.
Yeah.
That's a, what is that called again?
Liquid Ministry.
Liquid Ministry. Everybody that has a sample bottle sends Liquid Ministry to us. Here in town, we're so low budget. I once took a cardboard box and poured whiskey into it and took it to Kenny's house.
Gosh.
Once I got here, he had to eat the cardboard because there's nothing else,
I chewed on. I gnawed on it.
nothing left. And I said, "What do you think of that, sir?"
AMSR. What's it called? I was gnawing on it. What's it called?
ASMR, right? ASMR.
I don't know.
AMSR.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
There you
that's,
go.
What I was
Very
doing
good.
to it. Ooh, the nose.
Tangerine.
that's a good one.
Yeah, you get a little like tangerine right off the bat.
Chocolatey and tangerine.
Yeah, chocolate.
You get chocolatey?
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of chocolate and tangerine, who has seen the videos where they blindfold somebody, they get a tangerine or an orange, and they put a little chocolate on a hole, and the person that's blindfolded, they stick their finger in that tangerine with the chocolate.
What?
And then they pull their finger out, and then they hold up a dog or a cat, and they take the blindfold off, and they think they've stuck their finger in a dog's butt, and they got the chocolate on their finger.
What? Oh God!
Those videos are hilarious.
I don't know if I've seen that or not.
You know, it'd be better.
What's better, Steven? What's better than that?
Big booty ho!
Hump with it. Have you not seen those videos?
You know what's funny?
So we say chocolate
seen-
tangerine, dude. That's what I think of. That's the chocolate
Maybe I've seen
tangerine.
it once, but now I don't know if I've seen it or not. If I'm just
gotta
laughing 'cause
watch it.
That description's so ridiculous.
People like go bleh, and they like ready to vomit. They think they stuck their finger in a dog's butt, dude.
Oh my God!
The old chocolate tangerine.
Something I would never do, but my goodness.
Google it.
That's why you don't have a dog.
Right. Wow.
All right, this nose.
Very citrusy. I can't wait to taste this here. This is a built-in blind within an episode. Which is
What's that star
Patrick?
spice you put in?
Anise.
Anise.
You said star, Patrick. Patrick Starfish. Then star of anise is a spice.
Go ahead.
I mean, this is where my brain goes. Go.
When she put spices and stuff, you remember when
with the boil pot?
Yeah.
Like the
what
fresh
spices did she
air?
put in there?
It's cinnamon. There's
Clove.
orange clove, and I don't know, like a star. Are you thinking of the star spice? With
Star of anise.
Yes. What's the star spice?
what's
Star of
That's-
anise.
yeah.
A-N-I-S-E.
Yeah.
Star of
Is that what
anise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's in there too.
That's why I said Patrick then anise.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to taste this. Y'all
Yeah,
ready?
let's taste it.
It made me like
That's,
turn up a little bit,
that's
Yep.
really dry.
but
Yeah.
it's chocolatey.
Okay. Yeah.
I get some chocolatey. Like a cocoa that's not sweet cocoa.
Yeah.
Dry, turn me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely some dry is the best way to put it. It dries you out a little bit. That's an oak, maybe. Interesting. Another sip, real quick. So here's what I like. I like the fact that the front palate is very sweet and citrusy, but it's like rind citrus. It's like I think about soccer practice and chewing on the oranges. Then it turns over to like a little bit of rind, kind of getting a little bit bitter, a little bit dry. And so I like and front palate. I don't like the finish. That's where I'm at.
I don't like any part of this.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Nose, palate, finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like
That's
any
good.
part of it.
I dissected. I like the front part.
You did a good job on some of the rind. I think it was part of
Yeah.
what I don't like.
Yeah.
But there, It's gonna sound weird. It's just overall from the nosing to taste. I know it's not a thing, but tastes stale. That's the first thing that came to mind.
That's interesting. No, it's a good tasting thing. I mean, hey, here's the thing. We're out here sensory, right? Sensory is what it is, man. You know, like you do what you do.
The very, 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 very front. I like it. Sweet, orangey, whatever.
Yep.
The middle and finish, not as big a fan of.
Yep.
You said stale.
Maybe
Think about a stale cereal you might have eaten as a kid. I think this, and I picked up chocolatey.
Maybe stale is a bad word. Maybe it's very weedy, not grassy.
Grainy. This is a high malt. Guarantee
So?
it's a high malt.
Okay.
Shawn's from out west.
You know that because of my reaction.
Shawn's from out west. So
There you
here's
go.
the thing. Chocolatey. I get chocolate
Okay.
and a high malt.
Right.
Steven didn't like it at all.
Right.
Steven did not like the rare character exceptional malt whiskeys that are freaking phenomenal.
Right.
He didn't like my old Louisville. It's a high malt pick.
Right.
So the fact that Steven didn't like it at all, plus the fact that I pick up on chocolatey and you pick up on grainy, I think it's a high malt.
And chocolate's a miss for me. And I like the front palate, but I don't like the back palate. at
I
all.
bet it's a high malt.
I bet
That
you're
could
right.
be. That could be right.
Bet you're right.
That'd be good.
Because
That'd be great.
you did not, it didn't matter which high malt. It was that phenomenal BTAC caliber rare character exceptional series malt whiskey from Heaven Hill. You didn't like that. The old whiskey, the old Louisville 5149 malted barley. You didn't like that.
Yeah.
So you're not a high malted barley guy.
Yep.
And I pick up chocolatey on the malted barley stuff.
Right.
I bet it's a high malt, dude.
No, I got
Okay.
the chocolate.
All right.
I got
like
the chocolate.
that. I can go with that. Then where are we going after that?
There's only one place.
Pass, try, by.
Or Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Mexican pizza. The only person in America that still orders it is right here.
That's
the
true.
microphone. That's me.
I have to look it up every time.
Only person.
Third drink in, I don't dislike the blind as much as you all disliked it.
I did not
Wait.
dislike it. I'm just saying.
was that an improvement or
It's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
'Cause I don't love it.
I
but
don't
it's-
dislike it.
it's
I'm just
okay.
saying for me, it's all front palate, mid palate, and then after that, it falls off for me.
I am going to go with a high malt. Don't know if it's whether it's a malt whiskey,
Okay.
like the Heaven Hill rare character stuff,
Right.
or whether it's 20%, 30%, 50%. I don't know, but I'm going high malt, man. This has got that maltiness to it.
Okay. Very good.
I wouldn't go back to this though. I will say that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't go back
It's
to it.
Weller
That
single
makes me
barrel.
feel better
I would
that I
never
don't
pour,
like it.
I wouldn't pour this again, per se.
Is it Weller single barrel? I'm just kidding,
gosh.
it's not.
Why don't you open it and read it?
Okay, here we go.
Here
we go. Pinot Noir. All right. Oh my God, this is a lot of tape here. Damn, Shawn.
man.
Damn. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Give it to
Okay.
me.
This is from Old Log Cabin in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, never
It's
heard
their
of it.
own
Never heard of
distillate.
it.
Own distillate. The mash bill is 51% corn, 49% rye. Same as some of the great old Louisville picks.
49% rye. I get a high malted barley.
So it's like
He
half
said
and half.
41% corn. 51%
51.
corn, 49 rye.
Dang, I would never have guessed
No, I
that.
wouldn't either.
I would have guessed a 49 malted barley, not a rye.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Are you-
wild.
wait, are you guys ready for this?
Give it.
What?
Okay. Holy mackerel. ABV 77.559 ABV or 155.
What?
118 proof. And it's 10 and a half years old.
Oh my gosh!
Making
none
it the
of us-
oldest Washington distilled bottle ever. This single barrel picked by the Waterfront Tap House with several Camas Whiskey Club members on the tasting crew. Enjoy. P.S. I give it a 6.75.
Oh, look at this guy.
Wow.
So this
Wow. He said
Has-
6.75.
has zero malted barley in it,
Right.
and malted barley to me was the most prominent freaking note.
And
Right.
none of us said anything about the proof.
Right.
Wow.
Wow is right. So 51 corn, 49 rye, and 155 proof.
I get
Good
chocolate.
Lord.
Shawn, dang it.
I get chocolate and grainy like you do on a malted barley.
What are you doing, brother? Yeah, no, I got a lot of citrus, which is probably the rye.
I guess it was, man.
But here's the thing. That's crazy. So you got a 5149 aging up in Washington for 10 and a half years, creating that kind of flavor. That's pretty unique.
What's the name of that place again?
Old Log Cabin.
Old
Sounds like a bottom shelf bourbon.
cabin.
You're thinking of Cabin Still.
Cabin, okay.
Cabin Still, yeah, whatever it is. You know, look, Kentucky has one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's insane. I'm going to have to call the Uber.
Wow. They don't go to Taco Bell, do they?
I'm going to Taco Bell.
Dude, that is so wild because I tasted like chocolate in grains.
Yeah. No, I definitely think it has a grain quality too.
Dang, that's wild. And there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
So when he said same as a great old Louisville picks, I don't know of any old Louisville picks that are that. But the old Louisville traditional standard batched rye is 51%. No, that's actually 51% rye, 49% malted barley. I don't know of any old Louisvilles that are 51-49 rye.
Kenny, what would you compare the mash bill to? Other than, do we know of anything? I can't
In
believe
some
that
dark
would happen.
arts, like barely legal bourbon, is there's 49 rye or is there's 49 malted barley?
Not sure.
So dark arts is 51% corn and 49% rye. There's a dark arts that's like that.
Which one?
Just their actual standard shelfer.
Okay.
So their standard shelfer is 51% corn, 39% regular rye, 10% malted rye. So it's a total of 49% rye.
Okay.
So that's like the same mash bill as a dark arts.
I wonder how that compares to this.
It's wild, man. Pretty crazy.
So, gentlemen, would you pass, try, or buy on the Bull Run American whiskey finished in Oregon Pinot Noir cask?
So I'm a buy all day.
Yep.
And I wish I would have bought 6 or 8 of them, not just 4 of them. Because, this is actually really, really good. So a lot of people that come over to the house are, like, if we're just having, like, a get-together, not the bourbon guys. Just like a regular get-together.
Right.
So, like, Shannon's friends, our friends or whatever. They might not be into bourbon at all. So this is something you could pour out, and they wouldn't even know they're drinking bourbon.
No.
They wouldn't know they're drinking bourbon or whiskey at all. They would think it's like I don't know what they think it was, but this is a wine-flavored, lower-proof tasting, even though it's not. This is good, man. I like that. It's really good.
Very good.
So I'm a buy all day long. I probably pay up to $120, $130 a bottle, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Luckily, I didn't pay that much. But
Nice. Very good.
Well, I'll go next.
Oh, please.
I'll be a buy as well.
Really?
I think it really surprised me the subtle, just the way it muted the bourbon,
Yeah.
and it kind of picked up the wine semi-dryness of it.
Right.
And it's a price. You can't really go wrong with the price for the age.
Yeah.
For the age and just the taste of it.
Right.
I think it's a good bottle.
No, I agree, and I'm going to complete the trifecta here. Like, this to me is a continuation of everything that's great about what Bull Run is doing. Very nice. Great props to Rock Elite for picking this bottle. Very nice. I like it a lot. I'd buy it for sure. 100%. Unless it's how much. I can't go secondary on this one because there's probably not a secondary because most people are members. They bought it. They're not going to be bottles out there.
The stock bottle is for sale, right? The Pinot Noir cask.
if you go into Google and just search Bull Run Pinot Finished, you will find different bottles from different places for $69 and $79.
No, man, from Bull Run.
Bull Run themselves sells in their gift shop.
Okay.
They don't really.
They don't ship or.
They can ship some, but right now I did search their own website and they had nothing available right now, but they will periodically.
Okay.
But there was some other groups that had some listed out there.
Okay.
Very good.
So guys, this is a 2025 release.
Oh my goodness.
Booyah.
So you know what that means.
Gotta rate it.
Gotta rate it. I am going to say, trying to look back at some past scores. I get Baumburger PFG a 7.5. Vang Pursuit 7 3/4. Maker's Keeper 7. I'm going 7 3/4.
Wow. Steven, 7.75. What do you think?
That's a high mark, Kenny.
It is. It's very high.
This is delicious. As in, like, if we just decided, like, let's go outside on the deck and hang out all night,
This will be gone.
we would kill a whole bottle of this.
True.
I'm surprised you gave it that high of a score because it's not very like a drink ride, you know.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind.
It's delicious. I'm not lying.
But
I'm
keep in mind,
surprised.
we're not double blinding it like I talk about. So there is bias in this, that the fact that I do like it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So keep in mind. But I'm looking back on some of the other scores. So like Maker's Keeper, I tried that again last week. I got Maker's Keeper a 7. So I would score this above Maker's Keeper. And that's why I'm going, because I just had Maker's Keeper literally a week ago. So, ooh, you know what though, man. All right, you all score. I'm gonna pour myself another drink.
Okay. All right.
Anthony, you can go because I'm curious.
So, if me objectively thinking about what I've tasted so far this year, I'm probably going to be between a 6.75 and a 7. And I need to calibrate to see which one I'm going to do, because a quarter point could mean a difference here. But, Steven, before you speak, 6.75 is where I'm at. 6.75.
Okay, my initial score was way lower than both of you. Or no, I'm sorry, way lower than Kenny's.
Okay.
Anthony and I were pretty close.
Okay.
I really like it, but I just feel like it's pretty one-dimensional. And so I feel like it doesn't get like a high score, I guess, based off that.
So crushable, but not a high score.
Right.
because it's-
Super crushable.
Right.
So crushable.
But crushable does not equal score necessarily. So
Right.
yes, totally. I'm with you. I'm with
Okay,
you.
so my
Now for me, I just poured something I scored 7 1/4. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna try directly together this and that to see if my score was too high.
okay, so my right off the bat score before you guys said anything, I gave it a 6.5.
okay.
It's because I really like it, but I just feel like, you know, for like a whiskey grade, it wasn't very like roller coastery. There wasn't much nosing going on.
Right.
I feel like I need to bring it up for some reason. I don't know why.
There you go.
So
Yeah, I just poured myself a 7 1/4. So I'm tasting the 7 1/4 back and forth with this one just to see where.
okay, I think I'm just gonna stick by my.
Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
I think I'm just gonna keep my 6.5.
Okay.
So 6.5, Steven?
Yeah, my next thought was a 7, but
Anthony, what were you officially?
6.75. Which is good.
no, yeah, it's a good
It's
score.
tasty.
It's just, and I feel bad giving a 17-year product.
But it's also $70 though, dude.
That's a great part
It's a
about
great
it.
price.
Yeah, it's a great price.
So I'm saying it doesn't need a score of a 9 or 8 because it's $70. It's
Yeah.
like $300.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. What I poured me just now was a flavor rod 7 1/4. So I'm gonna see how this compares. Definitely more one dimensional. I see that, but I just like that one dimension. That's it, though.
Of course,
You know?
of course.
So it's like,
That's an interesting problem right now because like it's good, like we say, it's one dimensional and it's crushable. The $70 price point's great if you're gonna crush it.
so it's like if you have a
Enjoy
really good pizza,
Yeah,
you taste the crust, you taste the sauce, you taste the cheese, you taste the topping. It's multidimensional. If you have a bad boy steak, it's more one dimensional, but that freaking steak can sometimes be just one freaking good steak, bro. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm looking to see.
Bad boy steak.
So I'm gonna drop back to 7.50. I'm still 7.5, man.
okay.
So Steven 6.5, Anthony 6 3/4. I'm 7.5.
Very good.
I like it. That.
That's
Boom.
And with that, thanks for listening to this episode. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY.
Don't forget to visit our partner, bourbonoutfitter.com. Enter code The Mashup for a special discount.
Also,
Head on over to our partner, the Woodwork Collective, at woodworkcollective.shop. Enter code MASHUP for a 15% discount.
let us know your thoughts as bottom in the comment section. Until next time, keep it neat.